Now, Rush Limbaugh. He has an idea about why Barack Obama has caused the recession. Now, the little problem there is that Barack Obama did not cause the recession. Rush Limbaugh's very, very dear friend that he's talked glowingly about, George W. Bush, who invited him to the White House, and I remember the fawning segment he did on that. We ran on the show. Oh, well, Bush had me over, and we were being, buddies with him and Roger Ailes, and it was so much fun. Oh, I love Bush. After Bush was, left office and McCain lost, in a rare moment of honesty, Rush Limbaugh said, I got a little tired of carrying their water. Thereby admitting that he'd been carrying Bush's water for 8 years. But he forgets all of that. No, the recession was just magically Obama's fault, even though he wasn't in office. But he's got a theory on this. And earlier in the show, he talked about how the Black Panthers are using this defense, saying, well, since we had to suffer so much because of slavery and racism, et cetera, that a couple of Black Panthers should be let off in a case that they're involved in on a local level, right? And, okay, so the Black Panthers are using that. Fair enough to criticize them on that. He, of course, then turns it around and says, of course, Black Panthers equals Obama, so Obama's also using that. In another part of the show, he talks about 230 years that this country has been bad to African Americans, according to Obama, of course, referencing slavery as well there. So Obama must be doing this as payback. So now let's listen in on his clip where he explains payback just a little bit better. Clip number 7.
And that word payback, not mine, it was J. Christian Adams quoting some people in the Department of Justice, I think is exactly what Obama looks at the country's payback time. I think that he's been raised, educated, and believes on his own that this country has been, as you know, immoral, unjust. It has stolen. It's unfairly large. It's an unjustifiable superpower. We have become as large as we are not because of any uniqueness or exceptionalism or greatness, but because we've simply discriminated against the real people that made the country work, all of the minorities and people around the world. We've stolen their resources. And now it's payback time. And that's what we're getting. And that word...
Now, I don't understand that, because how is it payback? So I guess in his lunatic mind, in the psychotic minds of his listeners, they think that there's this conspiracy theory that Barack Obama is making the country worse and going home at night in the White House going, I have made white people suffer for the crimes done against my people. And if I give it an opportunity, I will make this economy even worse. Now, what's curious is, of course, the recession affects minorities more than anyone else because of the socioeconomic conditions of the country. What does Obama think that that's just, hey, collateral damage? No, but seriously, do they really believe it? In their lunatic minds, do they really believe that this is Obama's plan to pay back for slavery to make the economy worse? How can anyone really believe that? See, we're arguing against people that are not rational. They're insane. And then people take these guys seriously. And by the way, what was Bush's reason for payback? Why did he destroy the economy? Right? The economy crashed in 2008, the worst recession since the Great Depression. So why did Bush do it? What's he doing payback for? He didn't like his dad? It's like, oh, and his dad likes to go, well, what is it for? And then you have, of course, little things like Obama is just mad, like a lot of other people are, that the liberals are, that the country is unfairly large. Who is against the country being large? Where the hell did that come from? I don't think I've ever heard a lib in my life going, you know what? This country is just slightly too large. I wish it was a little smaller. In fact, it is unfairly large. My understanding was we fought a civil war to keep it as large as it is, right? And the conservatives were on the wrong side of that one, too, and that they wanted to make the country smaller. Go ask the people who want to do secession in Texas, Georgia, and other places now about who wants to make the country smaller. As always, projection.